Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm Lee, and it's great to spend some time with you today. Now, today, though, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Recently here, this channel seemed to have morphed into the Power Mac G5 channel. And I love those machines, and there will be more G5 content coming, rest assured. However, I do have other computers, I do have other interests. Now, the most recent video I released, you see behind me, involves setting up the 30-inch Apple Cinema HD display from 2004 and booting up the Power Mac G5 Quad. And it's running behind me, and the Quad is very happily driving the Apple Cinema display. Now, the only problem with it, it's a great setup, everything period appropriate, it looks beautiful. It's a collector's dream. But there is a problem you'll notice over on my bed, along some other things that got displaced from this desktop and switch, is my 23-inch Apple Cinema Display HD from 2002. Now, it can't stay there in the bed. I need to sleep at least occasionally here. And I certainly don't want to pack it away in a closet someplace where no one ever even sees the thing. No, I want to have it set up where it can be seen, and I want it to be used. So, it occurs to me. Now, if you see behind me my recliner and the side table, that side table is actually a Power Mac G4 Quicksilver. I did a video on this. In fact, I did several videos on this. It was originally a 733 megahertz single CPU G4, one of the weaker Quicksilvers. And I upgraded it with a variety of things, but the big upgrade was a new processor card, upgrading it to a dual 1 gigahertz G4, making it equivalent to the most powerful Quicksilver ever made. This machine's got a graphics card that will drive that display. In fact, I'll be able to use the Apple display connector with it. And I won't need to use the adapter at this point. Now, happily enough, you notice those globes sitting there that had been sitting up here? Those are the Apple Pro speakers. I had them sitting here really just for show. They look cool, and we all like things that look cool. I couldn't use them because there is no port on a Power Mac G5 to plug them in. They came initially with the iMac G4, and most of these Power Macs also had connectors to use them. And this one does. So, yeah, I can get those speakers out there to be seen and used much better than just put them out for show. Now, the problem, of course, is where the heck am I going to put another computer station? Well, let me see if I can turn the webcam sufficiently so you can see it. Okay, yeah, whoops, it fell over. Come on, let's turn. How's that? The whole thing's going to fall over. Well, maybe just hold it here. You see there's a monitor over there and a computer chair. And if you look carefully through the chair there, you're going to see a Power Mac G4. That's my sawtooth. Now, the sawtooth, that's a cool machine. I've got videos on that too. I eventually set it up running every operating system that a PowerPC computer can run from Mac OS 9. It wouldn't run OS 8, but from Mac OS 9 up through Leopard. And I'll boot it up occasionally, but tell you the truth, I would get a whole lot more use out of the Quicksilver there. And I want to get that Quicksilver back up and running. It is the most powerful machine I have that can boot into and run Mac OS 9, as well as Leopard and Tiger, which are also on it. So anyhow, that's going to be the plan, getting that set up. So I hope you find this interesting. I'm certainly looking forward to it. If you do find it interesting, please stay tuned. Okay, here's a closer look at the setup. There's the Dell monitor. I got that with a Mac Pro, actually. It's been a handy little thing. Charged there. Only one of those mouses are connected. But, you know, the mouses and that are going to go. There's the sawtooth. I'm going to continue to use the sawtooth, of course. It's a neat little thing. And, of course, the broken electronics sign living right there. So basically what we're going to do is turn this little computer table into tabula rasa. Everything that you see here is going to be gone, except the Mac Mini, which is sitting on a VESA mount on the wall behind the monitor. That'll stay there. It basically runs headless at this point anyway, so it can happily stay there. So the next thing you see should probably be this desk completely cleared off. Stay tuned. All right, things are cleared off quite well, I think. Now, what's left plugged in, the power cord, which the Quicksilver is certainly going to need, and this Airport Express. I honestly don't think there is an airport card in the Quicksilver. If there is, fine. I haven't opened it in quite a while. I suppose we'll find out. But I think this is likely to deliver a little bit better speeds anyhow. So, I guess the next thing you're going to see, you know, the Mac Mini, as I said, it's a 2012 Mac Mini, is going to stay there. So the next thing you should see would be the main features of this video, the Apple Cinema Display HD from 2002 up on top, and the dual 1 gigahertz Quicksilver down here. So, we're having fun so far. Stay tuned. Well, here we have the new setup. I'm looking at this part of it. I would be very happy with it. I'd really rather be able to turn the Power Mac sideways to fit in there so it isn't sticking out quite like this. The problem are the Apple Pro speakers. They're designed really for the iMac G4, and it's expecting that the jack into the computer will be very close to the desktop. It's just a really short cord. I'm sure they must have made an extender or something, but I haven't been able to find anything like that. But we can see how it works anyway, and you know, we'll just need to boot it up and go on from here. So I'll get ready to do just that, so please stay tuned. Well, maybe I'm not going to do any better, so let's start it up. It is nice to have that power button on the cinema display working again, I do admit. Now, this will probably take a little while. Up. Bang, there we are. Chime was certainly strong. Not bad boot up time at all, really. Okay, so here we're on Leopard and about this Mac. Yep, dual 1 gigahertz PowerPC G4. Okay, with a whopping 1.5 gig SD RAM. But Leopard will run on that. Never had a problem in this machine. ATA. Oh yeah. There's a zip 250 drive. Don't know how I'm going to make use of that, but it is there. And the HP DVD writer. Yeah, I put that on, didn't I? I put that in on this machine because the DVD wasn't working. And there is an OWC drive on there. Didn't really need to use that, but I didn't know at the time I did it. Okay, disk burning. Yep, it's a DVD writer. Very good. Yep, the Leopard drive is on a FireWire 400 bus on a PCI card. I put that PCI card in. It adds 2 FireWire 400 ports and 3 USB 2 ports, which is very nice. But it also adds an internal FireWire 400, and that's where that drive lives. FireWire 400 may seem like it's slow, but compared to the IDE that the boot drive is on, it's actually fine. Radeon 9000 Pro and 64 megabytes of VRAM. We ought to be able to upgrade that. We really should. And we ought to be able to upgrade storage too. I should be able to put 2 IDE drives on there. I'm surprised that I only put the one on. Okay, well, there you go. And that's the FireWire and USB 2 drive. Card, excuse me. I think that's about what we've got here. All right, now let's try out these speakers. The bong sounded good, certainly. A dance tune, banjo and bass, yours truly playing both. And balance seems good, the bass is clear. It's not exactly room-filling sound, it's good sound. Seems to me, though, that having heard music on this on the iMac G4, these speakers were built for that. It was just a lot louder. Okay, let's skip ahead. Something with vocal in it. Of course, I'm picking my own music here. I did both the bass and
banjo tracks and the vocal. The balances are very good between voice, banjo, and bass.
It'll never do to give it up, oh, Mr. Brown, it'll never do to give it up, so.
I love this song.
The old hog raped me aft and fore and left my cookhouse on the shore. I thought it wouldn't do to give it up so I sculled myself ashore with the old banjo. It'll never do to give it up so.
Alright, we're going enough of that. How about WebKit? Should bring us to YouTube. Slowly. Hey, it's a G4 from 2002. Let's not complain too much. Not that long from now, this will be... Oh, I have to sign in. It's been a while since I've had this booted up. Come on. All right, yes. Password. Make sure we type it in right. Okay, yeah, I see a broken electronic sign there. Let's just go to my channel. Yeah, I know, it's slow. It's really slow, but it's working. Yeah, it's the Power Mac G5 channel. Nice to be doing something on G4. Okay, let's try this just to...
Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm Lee, and today, believe it or not, I am once again going to open up the Power Mac G5 and put stuff into it.
Okay, it's caught up very nicely, and actually, I think the
series of upgrades that we've done.
The quality of the picture is quite good, and you've got audio and video syncing up very well here. Oh yeah, the plush tour drive. Okay. Now,
that is
bring the theater mode.
Now, whether it works or not, the only way I'm going to be able to tell is to put it here and find out.
It's still syncing up very well.
Yeah,
really, this looks quite good, even on 64 megs. I think we can upgrade graphics.
Worked, but didn't know about.
All right, enough of that. Yeah, upgrading graphics I think is a plan on this machine, and there ought to be a PCI FireWire 800 card that we could put on this, which would make a big difference. If you could find one with a FireWire 800 internal, that would be gold. Something to look at anyway. Well, I shall look into this, and if nothing else, the Apple Center display from 2002 lives. Yeah, I'm not completely happy with the sticking out aspect of the G4, but it should be fine. Yeah, this is good. Well, anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this, and you know, let's look forward to other videos. Be good to other people. Other people both deserve and need it. Be good to yourselves because you deserve and need it. Take very good and careful care in these difficult times. We shall be back with more videos. Yeah, some on this, some back to G5, um, and other stuff as well. Until that time, this has been Baroque Electronics.
Well, here's a quick addendum. I reconfigured a little bit so that the Power Mac is no longer sticking out into the room. It's a little bit tacky, admittedly, with that cardboard box with the Amazon tape on it, of course. But it's working, and I can plug the Apple Pro speakers in. In doing a little research, I discovered that Apple actually issued two versions of the Pro speakers. Well, three if you count the G4 Cube. The G4 Cube came with a version of them that connected via USB, but were dependent on the Cube to really power them, so you can't plug them into a USB port in another machine. They issued them with the special digital audio connector initially for the iMac G4. They then issued another version of them, which were intended for the Power Macs that came out there's the Power Mac G4 digital audio, followed very quickly by the Quicksilver. The digital audio was just basically a Quicksilver inside the old graphite case, similar to the Sawtooth. But anyhow, this is working. The other thing going on a bit too much here. The other thing I don't like about this is the door. In order for the cord for the speakers to reach, the door is facing into the wall. So if I ever need to open it up, I'm going to have to pull it completely out of there, unplug everything, etc., which not too big a disaster, really. On the plus side, there is room stuck in there, not only for all the cords to be in the back, which is on the left as you look at it. Hopefully, yeah, that's right. But there's room for the optical drive door. That is a DVD drive that I put in there. That can open up fully, and room to put in zip disks into the Zip 250 drive. I don't actually happen to have any zip disks. I should probably get some just for the heck of it. I used to use them back in the day when they were really a thing. I used them all the time. The first websites I ever made were on. I kept the files locally on zip disks rather than clog up the limited hard drive space. Well, anyway, that's it for this addendum. And here's the new home of the Apple Cinema HD 23-inch. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've already said my usual goodbye, but I will say again, let's all just try as hard as we can to be good people. I know I do, and I'm sure you do and succeed. Take care. This has been Baroque Electronics.